I've just been waffling on to you for 3 minutes. Didn't even record. Didn't even press record. Oh, now there's people coming. I've got to show you this shot. It is tasty, and I still need a wee. Right in the thick of it, photographing popular locations. There's going to be people everywhere. It's Saturday. Got 2 days off work, on the grind. So let's see what we can create. So, luck be have it, we've got some nice conditions. And it's pretty quiet for my first adventure out with 2 tripods whilst photographing. So, yeah, sick. This is good. And here comes a swimmer on cue with no wetsuit on. I feel quite cold, quite fresh, without my without my jacket on, let alone being in there. But fair play to the lady. Credit where credit's due, I say. It's the weekend, like I said. I've got limited time, limited light. We're mid-October, so days are definitely getting shorter. And it's the weekend that I haven't got the kids. I work full time, so you just got to take these opportunities while you can. But like I said, it's looking really nice conditions. So let's see what we can get. 5 minutes from home. This is on my doorstep, as it were. Not a bad place to have on your doorstep. Not sure whether we're going to get any light, but this is like I said, this is my time to shoot. So I'm going to see what I can capture and just enjoy being out. So I've gone really high up. I normally like shooting low down. So this is really high up for me, but I've had to go quite high up so the railings aren't overlapping the breakwater. I'm at 24mm. I've got a polarizer on just to cut that little bit of reflection down. 100 ISO, f7.1, and we're at 180th a second at the moment. So I'm going to take a little tester shot. In fact, I'm going to bracket my imagery. I'm going to bracket my image and see what we get. Just to make sure that I keep the shadows not too just jet black and the sky has got the detail. Oh, I haven't got my 2-second timer on yet. There we go. Let's see what this shot's like. So I'll show you my comp while it's quite high up. Not sure if you can see that. I can't see the back of the camera. There it is. There. So I've got that first shot. I'm gonna pack up and go over that way to see whether I can shoot more towards where the sun's coming down. More people going in. Absolutely mental. So I'm thinking I got a nice shot from here a few years ago, and the sun's going to be in my favour over there. But as you can see, a bit precarious. I'm glad the tide's going out. High tide was 2 hours ago, so yeah, I think this is perfect timing for a lot of water movement down in these rocks. So let's try and get this shot. As you can see, this is a kind of shot I was at last when I got it before. I'm going to be going portrait rather than landscape for this shot. So now I'm not sure about a 24mm, it might work. I want to get these rocks slightly in the foreground, like that. Oh, this is going to be a sick shot. Oh, we've got some light, good conditions on a day off. Happy days. So we've got some nice flow here. You can see, so we've got, not that you can see there, we've got some nice foreground. So just going to rattle off some shots and see what we get. So we are at 4:10. There's definitely some colour in the sky. I just took the camera off the tripod to see for a lower composition, and I think it looks a bit better. It kind of just pulls this rock in the foreground just that little bit more into the scene. But there's still separation between the mid-ground and the background. So I'm going to take a test shot, and I'm going to put my jacket on because just stood here, not really moving. So yeah, I think I prefer that. So, yeah, I definitely do. I'm going to move over to the right, I think, and see what that looks like. Just hunting down, tweaking the composition. Yes, this is where it's at. Oh, I love being outside after a week decorating and in the dust. Oh, it feels so nice to be out. So nice. It doesn't really matter the conditions. Conditions are a definite bonus. Just love being out. It's just love being in nature. It's just so nice. So I'm going to get my jacket on because it's a bit fresh. Just stood here. And don't know whether it's going to be much more colour, but this is pretty nice. This is pretty sweet. I'm not grumbling at this. Yeah, and this little composition down here is nice. It's not going to win awards, but I think it showcases views of the breakwater and the sea pool. Nice. I've come right down to the water's edge. Tripod is in there. Seeing what kind of shots we get from this angle. Not the most spectacular of shots, I must say, but the pepper pot. Yeah, the pepper pot. Pepper pot used to be up there, and they moved it back over that way because of cliff erosion. And then out there's Barrel Rock, nice little wave there. And the last ditched effort of trying to get a shot from here, I'm going to go the big stopper, which is a 10 stop, Lee's big stopper, and really drag that shutter out. Considering how dark it is anyway, I think this is going to be a really long exposure. So let's have a little look. Let's have a little look, shall we? Let's have a look. We are at 7.1. Oh. Well, I cranked the ISO up to 200 and we're at 30 seconds and it's still pretty dark. We can get away with that. Let's see what that looks like. Woo-hoo-hoo, 30 seconds, baby. This is definitely my happy place. Cup of tea, camera, and out. Hardly anyone around. It is perfect. Oh, that's pretty sweet, actually. That's pretty sick. I'm going to work on that. I'm going to try and might go a bit lower, try and get a bit more interest in the foreground. That's not bad. So I had put the ISO up. I might go to the little stopper and see if I can get around 30 seconds with that. But oh yes, I don't think I'm going to get a long exposure of this. The little stopper. We're at 7.1. We're only at 3 seconds, 4 seconds. That's not long enough. 4 seconds is nowhere near long enough. I have to go back to the big stopper, and I might have to put a cable on to drag the shutter past 30 seconds. Whoa, it's exciting. So, there's good points and bad points about shooting iconic places in the middle of town. We're in the middle of Bude. This is Bude's main beach. But they're iconic shots, and they're beautiful locations for a reason. That's why everyone's taking pictures of them. So I liked photographing it, but I'm new to vlogging. There's people around listening to me. Do you know what else? The good thing about shooting in the middle of nowhere, you can go for a wee when you need a wee. Because I need a wee because I'm drinking tea and I can just see and hear all this water around me. So we are getting serious now. We are going back to the 10 stop, the big Lee filter, which is going to cut out so many stops of light. And then I'm going to hook up my shutter cable because you can only go up to 30 seconds before you have to go into like bulb mode. I need to change my battery as well, especially when I'm doing long exposures like this. But yeah, this is getting exciting. We're going to be going way past 30 seconds. This water is going to be like super flat, smooth, baby. Bulb mode. We're at F8, 100 ISO. I'm going to hit the shutter cable, and we are on. And I've got a little timer up here that's telling me how long the exposure is. We are. My tripod just moved loads, so let's start that again. Make sure that's steady. Don't know if this is going to work. We shall see. We are pushing landscape photography to the limits. So let's try again. So we were at 30 seconds before, and it was quite dark, but I had 200 ISO. I'm going to have to go a full minute. A full minute exposure. This deserves some more tea. Tea. I've just been waffling on to you for 3 minutes. Didn't even record. Didn't even press record. Oh, now there's people coming. I've got to show you this shot. It is tasty, and I still need a wee. So, needing a wee is creeping up. 0 being don't need a wee. 10 being I'm going to wet my pants. I'm probably about 5.5 now. But it's not epic light. It's not the best, but that is far from the worst. And I'm doing 2 minute exposure, and it's looking naughty. I'm really liking it. So I've moved my microphone down. Sorry about that. I've just realised it was really distorted and I was like quite loud. So I'm hoping that's better because it's down here. This is first time, so excuse the sound qualities and the waffles. But anyway, we are shooting really long exposures. I've still got the 10 stop in, but I think I'm going to take that out because I just got a really moody, very underexposed shot at 3 minutes. But it does look naughty. It does look really, really good. But I think it's getting a bit too dark for the 10 stop. So the levels of needing a wee, I'll creep them up slowly. I'm probably at a 6. So it's not too bad. There's more people again, so I'm going to go. A reflection of the sea pool. Look at this business. This is sick. I started whispering because there's quite a lot of people around. It's a Saturday night in the middle of Bude. No wind. Look at this reflection. This is sick. This is sick. Boom. Look at that. The light is more or less gone. It's nearly dark. Don't think you can see me. Thank you so much for tuning in. If you are still watching now, you are a legend, and I can't wait to see you on our next journey together. The levels of needing a wee have gone from 6 to at least 8.5 to 9. I'm at the stage where I can't stand still. It turned out to be really nice. Not much colour, but beautiful conditions. I love being out. This is my spare time that I've grabbed the tripod, grabbed the camera, grabbed you guys. Thank you so much for joining, and yeah, I'll see you on the next adventure we go on. Till then, you're awesome. See you later. Cheers.